What's up, Internet? South Shore Disc Golf back after a short hiatus. So, to celebrate the return of the channel, we're going to be doing two videos on the same day, which is basically increasing my total video by 50%. Crazy, right? But we're back. We're in a Pikachu tank. And we're doing an updated in the bag for the 2016 tournament season. So, as many of you know, or maybe don't know, I rock the Octothorpe. But not just a regular Octothorpe. Boom! Limited edition Maple Hill Disc Golf Octothorpe. Shout out to Dave Jackson. They're awesome. Levi at Pound Disc Golf. Best bag out there. Can swing one of these babies, you'll never need another bag again until they come out with prettier ones, which actually might not be possible at this point. Alright, so if you've watched my last in the bag, changed a lot, especially on the putter and mid-range side of things. So let's get into it. First we'll do putters. One X-Line P2, 175 grams. This is my putting putter. Normally I putt with stiffer P-line P2s, but as some of you know, the New England winter is not exactly what you'd call forgiving. So the stiff plastic just kind of turns into a rock. Putting with rocks doesn't really work out that often. So the X-Line plastic, I like it a lot because it holds the grip even in the cold, and it's still firm enough without being floppy. And I've been nailing some putts with these. So it's really going to depend on how this plastic behaves in the warmer weather, whether or not I actually go back to my P-Line P2s. So we will see. One thing that hasn't changed, still bag the Nova. I just have a sweet Paul McBeth Tour Series one. So, I mean, I like this for, you've seen Paul McBeth throw it. I don't throw it, anything like that, but it goes straight. I like it. If I can give it not a lot of power, it'll fly straight, it'll fade a lot. I can rip into it pretty much close to full power, and it'll still hold lines. I don't have to worry about it flipping or turning over. If it flips or turns over, it means I did something wrong. I rolled my wrist, I released it wrong. So, really good disc for learning backhand form, really good disc for straight, reliable upshots. And drives. Now, one of the big changes is we are bagging two zones. Yeah. Discraft, baby. I have a soft X-Line zone, which it's like real puddle toppy, real soft, but it is absolute money for upshots, especially forehand upshots that you need to stick, maybe some like backhand hyzer you need to just sit and not roll. I was throwing this all weekend and it just stuck where it landed. It was perfect. Got me a lot of easy drop-ins. Now my pink ESP zone, it's lighter, sort of beat up, doesn't really fly super stable, but it'll always finish left. I can rip into it straight, it won't turn over, goes straight, fades out. I like it for, honestly, drives up to probably 275 feet, like hyzer shots, forehand or backhand. I love it for shorter forehand drives. It just goes straight, hooks up. Really, really good disc. The zone is the harp before the harp knew it was a harp. So, sorry, Team Harp. You lose. And then my trick shot putter is a super beat up, old stiff P-Line P2. This thing's taking a lot of hits. It's messed up. But sometimes you need that disc. You can just sort of flick out, have it turn, something you need like a big Annie that you know, some weird cut roller. Always have it in the bag. Plus I have an Octothorpe, so I could probably have 6 more trick shot discs if I wanted them. So let's go to the mids. The Discraft ESP Meteor. Yeah, more Discraft. Yeah, big changes, big stuff. I don't break out this disc a lot unless I need a like ridiculous hyzer flip to Annie or like a really, really touch straight shot. Sometimes I use this if I need a turnover forehand for some reason. But this disc is super flippy. Doesn't see a ton of throws, but it's there when I need it, which is big. Next, we have a TI FLX Buzz SS, which I actually just got over the weekend on Marshall Street, and I like the feel of it a lot better than my Comet, and I use it for the same kind of shots, straight shots, little hyzer flip to straight, annies that sort of hold without burning. Almost canned an ace with it over the weekend at Maple, so definitely like it, definitely staying in the bag. Buzz it, regular Buzz, not Buzz SS or OS. I really like the Discraft TI plastic. It's the right mix of gummy without being like super flexible and grippy without being too grippy. It's like better G-Star in my opinion, but I mean it does buzz things. I use it for buzz shots. Everybody knows buzz shots. And then I've got a Discraft Z Wasp. I like this for shots that I need to, basically buzz shots that I need to fade more or buzz shots that don't flip. Yeah, that's what it does, and it does it well. Then I have a Dynamic Disc Lucid Justice. I've been trying this out between this and my Gators, or this and Buzz OS, and I haven't really nailed down the one I like the most yet, but the Justice has been in the bag for a little bit now. It's good, super overstable, like something you can always count on to fade, but still not sure about it. Fairway drivers. Off with the slower ones, we have Simon Lizotte C-Line FD. So money. My doubles partner for Team Challenge tells me that if I just threw this disc, I would probably, after all my drives, I would probably shoot a lot better. He's probably not wrong, but throwing destroyers is too much fun. That being said, the C-Line FD is a great disc for anyone who plays disc golf, whether you're just starting out or whether you can throw 800 feet like Simon. They're the best fairway driver out there. You can do anything with them. Hyzer flip to straight, power down hyzer, annie shots. Ridiculous. It's ridiculous how good they are. And they're probably the best if second run FDs didn't exist. Got this off Eagle McMahon. It is an absolute... If you've never thrown a second run FD, it's just, you rip on it, and it just doesn't turn, it doesn't fade, it just goes straight. And, like, it's insane how good it is. The only issue is that new ones cost, like, $60, so might have to start weaning off them, unfortunately. Alright, going a little up to next most stable, Star T-Bird. Got the sweet Air Force stamp. Derek from Central Coast Disc Golf hooked me up. Only took him like 8 months. He basically had a baby and birthed a T-Bird. But it is sweet. Look at that sexy, swirly star plastic. It does T-Bird things. You know, it goes straight, it hooks up. It's a T-Bird. They're awesome, but it's all been said. And then my last T-Bird, I have Brinster Bird. It's basically my favorite overstable fairway driver that I need for like hyzer shots. I throw this over the pond, hole 1, Maple Whites. Always finishes, doesn't care about the wind, finishes left. My favorite T-Birds probably are the Brinsters. I love them. So yeah, great discs. And now we're off the Thunderbirds and back on the PD. I had a really nice Thunderbird that I liked a lot, and then I threw it over a fence, and I put a PD in my bag to mess around with, and I haven't gone back since. This is another one that I got from Eagle McMahon, pre-beat up, and this thing, I can throw this PD like out to 400 feet or more. It is just more consistent release probably than my destroyers. PDs are just so money. It's like if a T-Bird flew longer and was a little bit more stable. Next PD, Huck Lab S-Line Swirly PD. Same thing as my other S-Line one, but a little bit more stable, not quite as beat up. Better in the wind, better for hyzers that need to fade a little more, don't glide as much. Yeah, PD things. And then the third PD is a third run C-Line PD, max weight. The third run PDs are probably my favorite run of PD. I've never thrown a first run. Those are the most stable. But out of the ones I've tried, which is 3rd, 4th, 7th, and 8th, The third runs are my favorite. Stiff, real stable, just you can rip into them. Absolutely great discs. Love them for forehand. And now let's get into the fast stuff. For reasons completely unrelated to anyone named Paul Macbeth, I'm bagging a PFN Pearly Champ Monster. I actually just got this over the weekend at Maple Hill. Haven't thrown it a ton, but the shots that I have thrown it for, I liked it a lot. So, and you guessed it, that means there are no Firebirds in my bag, which is something that has not been true, I think, since I started playing disc golf. So, we'll see how that goes. Next, another sort of get out of trouble disc, Metal Flake Max from Innova. Besides being absurdly beautiful, this disc is stupid overstable. Insane. Like, the first time I threw it, it actually went from flat and almost turned vertical before skipping like 80 feet. Ridiculous disc. Love it for if I'm throwing towards a tornado, or if I need a really dumb giant spike hyzer, some kind of absurd flex shot. Great disc to have in the bag, but if I don't use it during a round, that probably means my round is going pretty well. I've got 3 destroyers in the bag right now. Old beat-up 2-liner, my farthest flying disc probably. It's awesome. I've been trying to lose it lately, throwing it on some dumb stuff and then not being able to find it, but it keeps coming back to me, so I think that means something. Next, XXL Stamp Star Destroyer. I lost this one for like 6 months. It got returned to me at Maple Hill, even though I didn't lose it there. I'll also count that as some, kind of divine providence. So this one's money, flies straight, hyzer flip it, I can turn it over. It's a little more stable than the 2-line one, but they might switch spots soon. Next, classic 3-line AJ, Star Destroyer. Feels amazing. Like, that's the thing about destroyers, is you have to go and you have to find the ones that feel good, because when you pick up a destroyer, you just know. This one is money. I almost aced hole 12 maple whites with it over the weekend. Ridiculous disc. And now we have 2 PD2s for my overstable warp speed slot. I've got 1 swirly blue S-line that is just absolutely beautiful. Love it for big hyzer bombs that I don't have to worry about flipping or worry about the wind. Always finish. Love it. Last but not least, I have a Simon Lizotte Signature Series C-Line PD2 that is a little more overstable than the S-Line. They're sort of similar right now, but I'm hoping the S-Line one beats in a little bit as we go through the tournament season, and then I have the C-Line one as an overstable backup. Alright, well that is every disc in my bag, but let's talk about the bag just real quick. The Octothorpe, made by Pound Disc Golf, is absurdly good. It is ridiculous. Padded back, absurdly thick padded straps, especially compared to the grip of the Ranger bag. It has a pocket in the top for a 2-liter Camelback. That is just indispensable during long tournament days. 4-disc top pocket, mini pocket, 2 huge pockets, umbrella slot in 1 pocket. It's just, I'm not here to do a bag review, but the Octothorpe's best bag out there. Alright, so that is it for the 2016 in the bag. Hope you enjoyed the video. Watch out today for another video. So, thanks for watching, guys.